1 year ago, he learned the truth.
You're a wizard, Harry.
And his first year at Hogwarts School became legend. This year, Harry! Warner Brothers Pictures presents...
How dare you steal that car!
The next chapter of Harry Potter.
You are now listening to
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Joshua Freeman. Welcome back to Joshua vs. the Movies. We'll react, review, and go against all your favorite movies. Today, the movie I'll be going against, standing in the black corner, Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Chamber of Secrets came out in 2002 and was directed by Chris Columbus. The movie explores Harry's second year at Hogwarts as he again is faced with preventing the return of Voldemort. The movie brings back Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, Emma Watson, Richard Harris, and brings in newcomers Jason Isaacs and Kenneth Branagh. The movie was met with positive reviews, but we'll see how good the secrets are when it goes against me. The genre of the movie will be adventure, while the visuals and the stunts represent how well the visual effects and the magic looks throughout the movie. If you guys have any questions on the scoring template for each category, it will be in the description below. But I think we're all set. So without further ado, let's get to the review.
Fight!
Round 1.
Harry Potter! I'm warning you. If you can't control that bloody bird, it'll have to go.
I haven't had any messages from any of my friends. Not one.
Be a little more grateful. Even let you have Dudley's second bedroom purely out of the goodness
He has a second
of our
bedroom?
hearts. Now, let's go over our schedule once again, shall we? When the Masons arrive, you will be...
waiting to welcome them graciously to our home.
And you?
I'll be in my bedroom and pretending that I don't exist.
Too right you will.
Harry Potter.
Who are you?
Dobby, sir. Dobby the house elf. Dobby has come to tell you Harry Potter must not go back to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry this year. A plot to make most terrible things happen.
When they arrive at the 9th hole...
Get in there and keep quiet.
What the devil are you doing up here? One more sound, and you'll wish you'd never been born, boy.
See why I've got to go back? It's the only place I've got friends.
Friends who don't even write to Harry Potter?
How do you know my friends haven't been writing to me?
Harry Potter might not...
How long have you been taking these letters? Oh my god.
Dobby, get back here. Harry Potter must say he's not going back to school.
Yeah. I got you. No. Say you're not going back.
Dobby
God
must
damn it.
do it, sir.
Bruh.
Vernon tells me that you're a wonderful golfer.
I play. I'm so sorry. It's my nephew. He's very disturbed.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. What are the odds that Dobby comes to warn Harry at the same time he's supposed to be quiet? But furthermore, why couldn't Harry just lie and say he wouldn't go back so Dobby would stop? And how does Dobby have the time to intercept letters being sent to Harry?
Fight!
Round 2.
Hiya, Harry.
What are you all doing here?
Rescuing you, of course. Now come on, get your trunk. Harry, hurry up!
He's escaping!
Dang. Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Look, I understand why they try to stop Harry from learning about magic in the first movie, but should they really be stopping him from leaving right now since they despise him so much? I mean, his presence alone probably cost him a promotion. And yeah, I know they probably just want control over him, but should they be trying to get rid of him?
Fight!
Round 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Gilderoy Lockhart.
Mum fancies him.
Make way there, please.
Can't be Harry Potter.
Excuse me, madam.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an extraordinary moment this is.
Do I even know
When
you?
young Harry topped the Daily Prophet bestseller list, that he would in fact be leaving with my entire collected works.
Thanks.
Now,
All of you wait outside. That's it, John.
Bet you loved that, didn't you, Potter? Can't even go to a bookshop without making the front page.
Now, Draco. Lucius Malfoy.
Whoa.
Your scar is legend.
Voldemort killed my parents.
Yeah, speak his
He was
name.
nothing more.
Miss Granger. Miss Draco's told me all about you. And your parents. Muggles, aren't they? Let me see. Red hair, tatty, second-hand book must be the Weasleys. well, Weasley Senior.
Lucius.
Associating with Muggles. And I thought your family could sink no lower.
After you, dear.
Let's go.
What the hell happened?
Why can't we get through?
I don't know. The gateway sealed itself for some reason.
The train leaves at exactly 11 o'clock. We've missed it.
Maybe we should just go and wait by the car.
Car?
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. I like this bookstore scene and the introduction of Draco's father. When it comes to the actors and the acting in this movie, they turn out to be really good. Daniel Radcliffe is once again good as Harry Potter, and Rupert Grint is still entertaining as Ron Weasley. Emma Watson turns out to be the standout character though with her performance as Hermione Granger, as she does well in this movie. And the inclusion of Kenneth Branagh as Gilroy Lockhart and Jason Isaacs as Lucius Malfoy is a good inclusion for the movie. So with that, the movie earns a 1.0 out of 1.0 for actors and acting.
Fight!
Round 4.
let me introduce you to your new defense against the dark arts teacher, Gilderoy Lockhart.
He has a painting of him
which
painting a
weekly's
painting.
Most
Jesus.
charming smile award. Now, I thought we'd start today with a little quiz. How much
Quiz
you've,
on what? This is like our first year in this class.
taken in?
Look at these questions. They're all about him.
What?
You have 30 minutes. Start now.
Put an IDK for all of these.
Hardly any of you remember that my favorite color is lilac.
I don't even know you,
But
bro.
this- Be warned. You may find yourselves facing your worst fears in this room. Just ask you not to scream. It might provoke them! Laugh if you will, Mr. Finnegan. See what you make of them.
What are you doing? So you're not gonna give us any instruction on how to defend ourselves against these? Okay, I guess.
Get off me!
Mr. Newbie! I'll ask you three to just nip the rest of them back into their cage.
I kind of prefer Professor Quirrell.
I spent the summer devising a whole new Quidditch program.
Don't
Believe it. Think you're going, Flint?
Easy, Wood. I've got a note.
I, Professor Severus Snape, do hereby give the Slytherin team permission to practice today, owing to the need to train their new seeker.
Malfoy?
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in.
Yeah, you butch your way in,
They
bro.
got in on pure talent.
No one asked your opinion, you filthy little mudblood.
Eat
What?
slugs! You okay, Ron?
Let's take him to Hagrid.
He'll know what to do.
Not the nurse?
Better out than in.
He called Hermione. Well, I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what it means.
Call me a mudblood. It means dirty blood. Mudblood's a really foul name for someone who is muggle-born. Someone with non-magic parents.
There's some wizards who think they're better than everyone else because they're what people call pure blood.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. One thing that the first movie didn't answer was exactly why Voldemort and other dark wizards were exactly bad in the first place. And I like how this movie answers that question by introducing a plot point of some wizards only want purebloods to be in the wizarding world, instead of sharing it with muggles also. And I have to say, it's one of the strongest things about the sequel. I also won't fault Dumbledore for hiring Lockhart, because it's not like he knew the Chamber of Secrets would be open this year. And technically, there has to be a different Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher every year, something I'll talk about more later on in the series.
Fight!
Round 5.
Harry!
Of course.
Voice? What voice?
It's moving. I think it's going to kill. What's that?
The Chamber of Secrets has been opened. It's written in blood.
It's Filch's cat. You'll be next, mudbloods.
What are you...
Argus! Argus, everyone will proceed to their dormitories immediately. She's not dead, Argus.
So unlucky I wasn't there. I know exactly the counter curse that could have spared her.
But how...
Shut up!
You saw what he wrote on the wall.
What did I do? Like Guardian Leviosa his ass?
Perhaps Potter and his friends were simply in the wrong place at the wrong time.
We just found him when he said...
When I said I wasn't hungry. We were heading back to the common room when we found Mrs. Norris.
I want to see some punishment.
We will be able to cure her. And in the meantime, I strongly recommend caution.
Bit strange, isn't it?
Do you think I should have told them?
No, Harry. Even in the wizarding world, hearing voices isn't a good sign.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Look, I understand that most of the students were probably at dinner, but you're telling me that nobody saw anything? I mean, literally every student and everybody in the school came to the scene at once, and all from completely different ways too.
Fight!
Round 6.
Please, we will be transforming animals into water goblets. Yes, Miss Granger?
Professor, I was wondering if you could tell us about the Chamber of Secrets.
And I kind of would rather learn about that than in this shit.
Very well. That Hogwarts was founded over 1,000 years ago by the 4 greatest witches and wizards of the age. Now, 3 of the founders coexisted quite harmoniously. Salazar Slytherin wished to be more selective about the students admitted to Hogwarts. In other words, purebloods. Slytherin had built a hidden chamber in this castle. Shortly before departing, he sealed it until that time when his own true heir returned to the school.
Professor, what exactly does legend tell us lies within the chamber?
It is said to be the home of a monster.
Okay, so the movie's gonna earn a point right here. I like this explanation of the Chamber of Secrets and how it relates to the founders of Hogwarts.
Fight!
Round 7.
In light of the dark event, Professor Dumbledore has granted me permission to start this little dueling club, to train you all up.
That Lockhart's something, isn't he? Awfully brave,
No.
chap. I know who you are. We all do, even us Muggle-borns.
Professor Snape. Three.
Expelliarmus!
It was pretty obvious what you're about to do.
Perhaps it would be prudent to first teach the students to block unfriendly spells.
Let's have a volunteer pair. Potter, Weasley, how about you?
Might I suggest someone from my own house? Malfoy, perhaps?
Sounds about right.
One's at the ready.
Scared, Potter.
You wish.
Cast your charms to disarm your opponent. Only to disarm. 2.
Inverte statue! Rictus Emperor!
Serpent Sortier!
Hera, Ivaneska.
What are you playing at?
What the fuck just happened?
Parcel mouth? Why didn't you tell us?
Huh?
And what?
You can talk to snakes.
I bet loads of people here can do it.
This is bad.
If I hadn't told that snake not to attack Justin... Oh, that's what you said to it. I heard you speaking parcel tongue. Snake language?
Snake language?
Spoke a different language.
There's a reason the symbol of Slytherin House is a serpent. Salazar Slytherin was a parcel mouth.
Now the whole school's gonna think you're his great-great-great-grandson or something. But I'm not.
For all we know, you could be.
Who am I, Hedwig?
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. This movie really shows how the Hogwarts staff is either irresponsible or oblivious. Okay, so they already know that the Chamber of Secrets has been opened before and the girl has died. And Dumbledore just acknowledged that the kids aren't safe right now after the photo kid was petrified.
That our students are in great danger. Tell them Hogwarts is no longer safe.
So why not send the kids home now instead of setting up a duel class for them to go against each other? And to add insult to injury, lets Lockhart run it when he's a fraud. And then nearly headless Nick and Justin is petrified and the kids are still no closer to being sent home. I mean, they could have at least added more security or something to help, but they didn't even do that. But when it comes to the directing by Chris Columbus, it turns out to be good and a little better than the first movie. There's still a few moments where there's obvious green screen, but Chris Columbus does a good job in Harry's second year. So with that, the movie earns a 0.9 out of 1.0 for directing.
Fight!
Round 8.
Harry?
Your bird.
Fox is a phoenix, Harry. Fascinating creatures, phoenixes.
Professor Dumbledore, sir. It wasn't Harry.
Hagrid.
In fact, I'd be prepared to swear it in front of the Ministry of Magic.
I do not believe that Harry attacked anyone.
Oh, right. Well, I'll just wait outside then.
But I must ask you, is there something you wish to tell me?
No, sir.
Why?
Nothing.
Very well, then.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Wouldn't this been a perfect time to tell Dumbledore everything? From Dobby showing up in his room to warn him, to Dobby showing up in a hospital to warn him, to him hearing voices before every attack? I mean, wouldn't that give Dumbledore the idea that Voldemort was behind this? I mean, he probably suspected that already, but wouldn't this help him? I know Harry is going off of what Hermione said, but why wouldn't Harry tell Dumbledore everything here?
Fight!
Round 9.
There's a name in this diary. Tom Marvolo Riddle.
But that means...
Tom Riddle was here at Hogwarts when it happened. What if he wrote about what he saw?
It's a brilliant theory, Hermione, but there's just one flaw. There's nothing written in this diary. Tom Marvolo Riddle. My name is Harry. Do you know anything? Chamber of Secrets. you hear me?
Riddle? It is not wise to be wandering around this late hour, Tom.
I don't have a home to go to. They wouldn't really close Hogwarts, would they, Professor? So if it all stopped, if the person responsible was caught...
Is there something you wish to tell me?
No, sir?
Very well, then. Off you go.
Evening, Hagrid. The dead girl's parents will be here tomorrow. The least Hogwarts can do is make sure the thing that killed their daughter is slaughtered.
It wasn't him.
Stand aside, Hagrid.
No!
Sistam Aperio!
Arania Exume!
They'll have your wand for this, Hagrid. You'll be expelled.
Hagrid!
So Hagrid... Okay, so that's gonna be my point. So they first thought Draco was the heir of Slytherin, but now they suspect that Hagrid was the one that opened the Chamber of Secrets 50 years ago. But my main problem is Harry still doesn't go to Dumbledore after all of this. I mean, he should have went to him and his first question should have been, who is Tom Riddle and did Hagrid open the Chamber of Secrets 50 years ago? And then there, Dumbledore probably would have said, oh, Harry, my boy, don't you worry about it. Or he would have said, oh, Harry, my boy, Tom Riddle is a bad boy. Don't mess with him. Don't mess with him. Or something like that. I just feel all of this could have been solved if he would have just done that. But instead, they go to Hagrid and he leads them into the Forbidden Forest to talk to some spiders. Spiders they should have died from, by the way. But when it comes to the visuals and the stunts in the movie, they turn out to be good and even better than the first movie. The visual effects are upgraded from the last movie as even the Quidditch scenes look better. So with that, the movie earns a 0.5 out of 0.5 for visuals and stunts.
Fight!
Round 10.
Harry, I don't know who did it, but you better come.
They must have been looking for something.
Tom Riddle's diary is gone.
We play our game. Hufflepuff doesn't stand a chance.
Why are they still playing Quidditch?
This match has been cancelled. You and your teammates will go to Gryffindor Tower. Now, Potter, there's something the both of you have to see.
Oh my god.
It was found near the library.
In the middle of the day?
Because of recent events, these new rules will be put into effect.
We going home?
All
Okay.
students will be escorted to each lesson by a teacher.
That can't happen.
Unless the culprit behind these attacks is caught, it is likely the school will be closed.
It should have been closed. Okay, so that's gonna be my point. I just don't understand why they haven't closed the school yet. Another person has been petrified, and quite frankly, it's a fucking miracle that nobody has died yet. And instead of closing the school, they put in new rules that is impossible to enforce.
Fight!
Round 11.
Wish you were here, Hermione. This is why Hermione was in the library the day she was attacked. None is more deadly than the Basilisk. Instant death awaits any who meet this giant serpent's eye. The monster in the Chamber of Secrets is a basilisk. That's why I can hear it speak. Why is it no one's dead? Because no one did look it in the eye. Colin saw it through his camera. Well, Justin must have seen the basilisk through nearly head to Snick. Mrs. Norris? I'm pretty sure she didn't have a camera or a mirror, Harry. There was water on the floor that night. She only saw the basilisk's reflection. Spiders flee before it. It all fits.
All students are to return to their house dormitories at once. As you can see, the heir of Slytherin has left another message. A student has been taken by the monster into the chamber itself. Students must be sent home.
You should have been did that!
The end of Hogwarts.
A girl has been snatched by the monster lockout. Your moment has come at last.
We'll leave you to deal with the monster, Gilderoy.
No. What are you doing?
Just be in my office getting ready.
Who is it that the monster's taken, Minerva?
Ginny Weasley.
Ginny.
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Okay, so you're telling me as long as Hermione has been in the hospital, nobody's noticed a piece of paper in her hand? Also, you're telling me that nobody thought that the monster would be a snake? I mean, Salazar Slytherin could talk to snakes and he built the chamber, but nobody thought that the monster could be a snake. Also, so now that Ginny was taken into the chamber, McGonagall says kids should be sent home. But they immediately forgot about that when Lockhart shows up, and he said that he knew where the chamber was, and they know he's a fraud. I mean, do these teachers want to save these kids, or they're just like, I'm not a muggle, who gives a fuck?
Fight!
Round 12. That's it?
This is it.
Yeah.
Say something. Harry, say something in parcel tongue.
Now remember, any sign of movement, close your eyes straight away.
What's this?
It's a snake's skin.
Bloody hell.
The world will know our story, how you two tragically lost your minds. You first, Mr. Potter.
Harry! Run!
Okay, so that's gonna be my point. Why the hell doesn't Harry and Ron get any teacher when they find an entrance? Look, I understand why they had to do it themselves in the first movie because they thought Snape was behind it and no other teacher would believe them. But this movie throws out numerous opportunities where they could have asked for help and or go to someone for information. But instead, they go with Lockhart knowing he's completely useless. But when it comes to the plot and the story of the movie, it doesn't turn out to be bad, but it doesn't turn out to be good as the first movie either. The best thing about Harry's second year at Hogwarts is the adding in the reason for there being dark wizards. I also like how the movie explores more of Harry's connection to Voldemort by having him speak in Parseltongue and then him questioning who he is because of it. What hinders the plot and the story though is there's numerous plot conveniences that allow the story to continue. From the Basilisk taking his time between victims, giving the gang time to use the potion and spy on Draco, to the teachers at Hogwarts never sending the kids home after numerous petrifications and warnings. And after saying earlier it was too dangerous. So with that, the movie earns a 0.6 out of 1.0 for plot and story.
Fight!
Final round, round 13.
Ginny! Oh, Ginny, please don't be dead.
She won't wake. She's still alive, but only just.
Ginny, please don't be dead. Wake up. It's a basilisk.
It won't come until it's called. As poor Ginny grows weaker, I grow stronger. It was Ginny Weasley who opened the Chamber of Secrets. Ginny who set the basilisk on the mudbloods and Filch's cat. Not that she knew what she was doing. She was, shall we say, in a kind of trance. Still, the power of the diary began to scare her. For many months now, my new target has been you. How is it that a baby with no extraordinary magical talent was able to defeat the greatest wizard of all time?
Why do you care how I escaped?
Yeah, are you like a servant?
Was after your time.
Wait, he's Voldemort. And then he left the okay, he left the diary. Gotcha. I am Lord Voldemort. It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. He's the heir of Slytherin.
So this is what Dumbledore sends his great defender. Let's match the power of Lord Voldemort, heir of Salazar Slytherin, against the famous Harry Potter.
Oh my god.
Your bird may have blinded the basilisk, but it can still hear you. minutes, Ginny Weasley will be dead, and I will cease to be a memory.
Damn.
Lord Voldemort will return.
Oh! Oh, he got big.
I guess you have little more than a minute to live.
Damn.
You'll be with your dear mudblood mother soon, Harry. What are you doing?
Not a bad idea.
Stop! No!
Fuck you! Should've stopped talking, bro. Nice. Okay, so that's gonna be my point. This final scene isn't bad. There's just no way that Fox will be able to get in there to help Harry and basically save his life. But when it comes to the adventure in the movie, a lot happens, but it's not as good as the first movie. I like them trying to figure out about the Chamber of Secrets, but a lot of moments are plagued by plot conveniences. From nobody ever seeing the attacks, or Ginny writing on the walls, to the car saving Harry and Ron against the spiders, to the Phoenix saving Harry right here. So with that, the movie earns a 0.3 out of 0.5 for adventure. So there you guys have it. That's my match against Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. It turns out the secrets were obvious as I end up winning this one. We're not done yet though. Let's go see where it fits on the scale. Let's go check out the final numbers. Okay, so when it comes to the final numbers, we have everything except for the editing and the score. There wasn't a problem in terms of the editing, so that remained a 0.3 out of 0.3. When it comes to the score, it doesn't turn out to be as impactful as the first movie, but I have to say it is still good when it does show up. So with that, the movie earns a 0.1 out of 0.2 for score. So now that we have all the numbers, let's add them up. So the movie ends up with a 3.7 out of 4.5, and that gives it an A- rating. So there you guys have it. That's my movie review of Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. If you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like. And also let me know which movie you want me to go against next. Next week, Harry deals with more family problems. But until then, this is Joshua Freeman. This has been Joshua vs. the Movies. I'm going to see you guys on the next match.
We'll leave you to deal with the monster, Gilderoy.
No. What are you doing?
Because of recent events, these new rules will be put into effect immediately.
We going home?
Extra, extra, read all about it. Extra, read all about it.
Ooh. Ah. Damn.
What did I say? I am.
Took you long enough. Could have done this back in phase 1 though.
Be careful of mankind, Diana.